Nowadays, cities and towns across the globe seems to have fast food restaurants on every corner. But why and who has invented the fast food in the first place? Well, let's find out on today's episode of Did You Know That podcast. By definition, fast food is food made and presented to customers quickly, generally preheated or pre-cooked ingredients, prepared in a bulk and sold in packaging. The first place where the food made was sold was in ancient Rome. The Romans lived indoors. The Romans, who generally have their meal with the bread soaked in wine, used to have traditional meal cooked with vegetables at a restaurant called popina. Almost 1,000 years ago, people in China would buy snacks from vendors, such as fried dough, soup, or even stuffed buns, all of which are eaten to this day. During the Middle Ages, regular people from big cities such as Paris, London, mostly ate food they bought from vendors or storefronts, such as pancakes, cookies, pastries, or even waffles. British favorite food, fish and chips, appeared in the 19th century, and the first fish and chip shop opened in 1860 at Tommyfield Market in Odem. Max Seeloff in Berlin invented the automats. The automats stand for the cafeterias in which the customer drops coin in slots and in return receives the food quickly. In 1902, Joseph Horn and James Hardert opened automats in New York City, and this marked the beginning of the fast food in the United States. The first hamburger chain was opened in White Castle in Wichita in 1921, and the restaurant with its branch established in 1930 by Howard Johnson. Throughout the Great Depression and the Second World War, people tend to eat their meal at home, but after the war, our habits starts to change, and with the disposable income, people start looking at dining out as a form of entertainment, especially if it is tasty and served up quick. The drive-in restaurants appeared when the cars became popular. These drive-in restaurants, visually reminiscent of petrol stations, pack the ordered for the customers which are waiting in the car. This type of service gained its popularity in the 1940s, and it was mainly used by the rich people and the privileged ones. When we say food, the first thing that crosses into our mind is McDonald's. McDonald's opened in 1948, and this was one of the events in the history of the fast food. Hamburgers are not the only type of food sold in the world. There is also Chinese food popular, as well as fish and chips, pizzas, etc. Fast food continues to put smile on faces all over the world, but it is very likely hammering our health, and it is not good for the planet either. But the fast food industry has shown it's hyper-responsive to the consumer demands, and they watch what we buy and what we eat more carefully than we do. So what happens next is in our hands. Thank you very much, and see you on the next episode.